All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for...
It's the Giz Fiz with the Giz Whiz. It's kind of like Cheese Whiz. It's the Giz Fiz. And now your host, mathematics writer and the Giz Whiz, Dick DeBartolo.
Hey, chat room. Yes, it is GizFiz PM. And what is on my lip? I think I already got something from Dennis. The 151 bus has already left, Captain J. Yes, Padre, Chad. Well, a lot of people were out at CES. If you follow us on Facebook, it was like old home week out there. We had a lot of fun. Chad and I shot a bunch of videos for GizWiz shows for the next few weeks. Let me see, anything really thrilling out there? Robots. Get ready to have robots in your house. Really, they're starting to look very spooky. And they're getting to be human size. I don't think I want a robot running around my house. And then we had the connected dog bowl. So you go online, you tell them what kind of dog you have, how much your dog weighs, about how much exercise your dog does a day, and how old your dog is. And then they formulate a food for your dog. And then they tell you how much your dog should eat each day. And then the bowl is Wi-Fi enabled, so they can keep track of how much food your dog is eating. And then I think you have the choice of them just automatically sending you food when they have guessed that you're about to run out. It seems a little excessive to me. And also you're wedded to that one brand of food because they know the weight of it. The dumbest was the smart water bottle that as you drink water on your phone, it tells you how much water you drank. I'm pretty sure you could estimate that yourself without paying $100. Mouth guard. I guess mouth guard, digital mouth guard. I guess for team sports, it's a mouth guard you wear, and if you get hit in the mouth, you go on your phone, and it tells you how many pounds of pressure and where that pressure hit you in the mouth. Captain J says, we bought a dog with an ingrown tail. We took him to the vet for an x-ray to see if he was, and I have a pop-up. I'll see if he was happy. Let's see, what else did I see? So the mouth guard, I guess for sports teams, that's good. Self-driving store. Okay. So you know about self-driving cars, self-driving cabs, self-driving trucks. That's scary. Self-driving store. I guess you just call up and say, I'm out of everything. Can you send the store over? Mouth guard tallies up dentist bill automatically to remove office shock. Oh, that's funny. There's a folding bike that was pretty neat called Smart Circle. It was all carbon, a fold-up electric bike that weighed less than 14 pounds. And I think the guy said it had a 15-mile range. Being built in China or Japan. So I think they were looking for an American distributor, but that was pretty clever. The autonomous tennis ball collector. I guess if you play tennis and you have a big estate, this thing runs around and finds all the lost balls. And then the body-powered smartwatch. I think it was $150, but you never need to put in a battery or wind it or anything. And I said, well, what if you leave it on the table overnight? And I think he said it ran 24 hours without being attached to your body. Oh, so those were some of the fun things. Yes. LaQuestia says, send the self-driving store over here, please. The one with the candy. All right, so we will start with George Davis's caption these photos. All right. And photo number 1.
He may have not sent me photo number 1.
Okay.
Do you have a description of photo?
Yes, it's the Statue of Liberty.
Okay, let me see, make sure I don't have that anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just starting with 2.
That's okay. Well, then let's start with photo number 2. Oh, that's a great picture. Okay, so it is a polar bear on his back or his side, snoozing in the snow. Laid out in the snow, a white polar bear, what looks to be sound asleep. So we need captions for that picture. Life is good. This is the life. Ice, ice baby. Who threw away this perfectly good rug? I need a back scratcher. I found the right spot. New Casper ad. My bed's melting. How do you spell relief? Snow. What are you talking about? This isn't cold. Snow business like snow business. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. The worst day sleeping is better than the best day working. Just 10 minutes more, Ma. This feels snow good. Nice one, Davy. Just chilling? Oh, just chilling. Very good, too. My sleep number. Oh, this is very good. Limivor. My sleep number is -20. Weather's bad. The weather is very bad, says Beatmaster. This was a waterbed. Burt Reynolds, eat your heart out. Dreaming of Coke Zero. If only I could cool off. This Casper is great. Another mattress reference. This will do until we get cooler weather. Mattress tester for an outdoor bed. Oh, this bed is a great color match. Sleeping on a cloud. Last snow left after Trump warming. Don't wake me till spring. Okay, let's see what George did for the polar bear. George's caption is, what else could a polar bear say on a hot day like this? But, nice. Okay. Photo 3 is... Photo number 3 is... God, are they Fritos or potatoes?
They look like
actually, tater tots. Maybe tater tots. All right, channel.
Although they're too long for tater tots, John is pointing out.
Oh, all right. Whatever you want them to be, you can signify that via your caption. Okay, whatever these weird things are, they could be tater tots, deformed potatoes, ill-conceived French fries, anything like that. Oh, let me go up. Cheese puffs. It's alive. Termite poo. It's alive. Cheese curls. Cheesy poofs. Cartman's lunch. Cheese doo-doos. New Year's leftovers. Cheesy puffs. Bacillus cheetolum. Magnified maggots. Oh, God. Clingden food. Real potatoes don't go into McDonald's fries. They're off-color whole potatoes. Your brain on something. Cheesy poof. Have to bring out the mustard hog. Tater tots. Now I need a beer. Fried Cheetos. What a cheesy photo. Your brain on drugs. This is cheesy that's puffed up. When you thought you were safe. These Cheetos look funny. Chester Cheetah pooped in my oven. Oh, God. Fried vitamins, cheese puffs, fried caterpillars. Oh, my God. Free-range Cheetos. That's pretty good. Tater tot rejects. Your calories for an entire year. Mr. Potato poop. Oh, my God. Lots of poop. Have yourself some roasted grubs. Cleaning up after that polar bear. Oh, okay. Let's see what George did for. George described it just as weird-looking food. George said, my caption is, I don't care if these are some kind of grubs. I'm hungry and I'm going to eat them all. So we have a grub match. Oh, a grub match. Okay. Photo 4. Oh, looks like something they shot right there at the Brick Eastside studio. All right, it is. Do a full screen on that. It looks like a very old, very old electrical board with lots of wires, possible switches. We're seeing it from the back. Okay, so we see all the terminals, all the connections. So we need a caption for that. I think some of them should include Jamma B's name. You want the red wire? Inside the TriCaster. What the bear won't eat. This is your brain on drugs. North Korean nuclear tech. Oh, that's good. Tesla 3 brain. Oh, the fix for the latest hardware hack. Excellent. Padres Bitcoin mining setup. It says, cut the red one. Relays. We don't care. We're the phone company. Padres brain. Stop playing with the silly string. Where's Lily Tomlin when you need her? My first computer. Cut the red wire. Prototype for the Borg cube. Just cut the wire to fix the latest CPU bug. Does this have a flaw too? That's good. Oh, this is good. What's all that's left of Radio Shack? Another cut the red wire. Here it is, the computer of the 1940s. Bob Heil's thoughts. Child's first lie detector. Okay, MacGyver, cut the red one. I said cut the orange one, not the red one. Insert flux capacitor. This is what caused the Hawaii fake emergency. God, those poor people out there. Alex's brain. Ancient picture of early relay races. Another Lily Tomlin. Turn it around. One ringy dingy. You guys are great. God, so there's more answers coming. Okay, let's go to George Davis says, for the electrical circuits, my caption is, Mike, I can't believe it takes that much equipment to make your robot work. Okay, photo 5 of 6.
So I think that matches with Padre's brain.
Oh, okay. We'll give him that. We'll give him a match. Okay. Well, you want to go full on that? Are they seats?
Yeah, I think it's like ballpark seats.
Ballpark seats.
I see cup holders.
Oh, okay. There you go. GizFiz meetup. Okay. All right, chat room. So we need a caption for rows and rows of stadium seats, all unoccupied. Trump's inauguration. At your row of seats. Oh, after the power went out at CES. I was fortunately at the other, it's it's actually held at 5 places, but 2 giant convention centers. I was at the other one. Email ahead because seating is limited. Oh, Twitch Studio after hours. Joe, is this the right day for the game? Ballpark seats when you plump. Oh, they plump when you cook them up. Bun holders. Etcher at the stadium. Row 10, middle seat, game canceled. This fabric feels itchy to me. Oh, someone else taking it as fabric. That's good. Pence's acceptance speech. You left your phone where? Looks like NAD memory. Ballpark seats. Oh, another they plump when you cook them. Trump, something Trump. Are you sure this is the right place? I don't see Leo Laporte. No, sir, that seat is taken. I left my wallet in one of those seats. I can't remember which. My seat on Ticket Hub is where? No wonder the tickets were free. This is good from Regatta. Flying first class sure has changed. Which seat has the best view? Trump's next rally. Yeah. All right, let's go to see what George did. God channel. Why do I keep saying channel? Chat room, you're on fire today. So many great answers. George said, for the overhead view of theater seats. For the overhead view of theater seats, my caption is, okay, Nancy, you drop the red balloon from here, and we'll sit in the seat it lands on. All right. And now the final photo for captioning of the week is old cars. Oh, no, you're a car nut. What kind of cars are these? Are they all the same?
I'm not a car nut.
Oh, I thought you were. Okay. Just old cars. Old cars parked on a street side by side by side. Chevys, downtown Havana, Uba, Cuba. Oh, that's very good. Uba, Cuba. Yeah. Leo's car lot. New cars in Cuba. Modern Cuban taxi stand. Car lot in Cuba. All of Cuba's cars. Cuban car lot. Late 40s, early 50s. He said, take anyone but the blue one. Is it Petaluma or Havana? Communism is awesome. Car show in blue. Cuban presidential fleet. You may think I'm foolish, but here are the cars. Weirdest car race ever. I said, find me a used car, not an antique. Another taxi stand in Cuba. Always someone going the wrong way. One of these is not parked like the other. Vintage Uber. Everything old is new again. Which one leaks oil? They all leak oil. Cuban drag race. The first blue one looks sad. The original Rent a Wreck. Uber's new fleet. Okay. George's caption is, George, you matched pretty much everybody. My friend's correct. They go to Cuba and you get an old classic car cheap. Be happy and safe until next week, says George. Thank you, George. All right, let's see, 8:25. All right, I think we'll do our Yearn to Learn Theater in honor of the person who several weeks ago said, "Where's the old movies?"
The only reason to tune in for GizFiz PM.
Yes, exactly. They tune in to learn. That they don't tune in to be frivolous. They turn in to learn, and today they're going to learn. I forgot, but we'll all learn it together.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's Yearn to Learn. Oh, this is good for this chat room.
In the afternoons, the store across the street from school does a rushing business.
With the
At
Russians?
least one customer buys those deluxe concoctions.
Whoa.
Meet Jack Firth. And look at that. It's a peach super delight.
Wow.
Boy, that sure is a swell-looking camera, Ralph. Wish my dad would get me one like that.
Well, my dad didn't buy the camera. I bought it myself.
I stole
You
it.
did? Well, how did you do that? How could you afford it? You don't earn any more than I do.
No, I just saved up for the camera.
But I don't eat like a
How
pig
can you
every
save
day.
up? There's always something you have to buy.
I got Pete Super Delight, huh? Well, I just worked out a budget that allowed for savings.
A budget? Oh, no. I tried
budget?
a budget once. Didn't work.
It didn't taste good at all.
I tried a couple budgets at first that didn't work either. Then Dad showed me a way that really can work.
How? How do you work your budget?
We
Oh,
take
no.
money out
It
of
won't work
Mom's
for me
pocketbook.
Anyway.
Oh, it might, Jack. See? This is my camera graph. That's the way I kept track of my progress in saving for the camera.
Whoa,
What is it
slow
you have to
down
do?
here.
Well, along this side over here, I have the savings marked off.
This
And
is
the
good.
weeks are marked along the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I aimed at this dotted line to save $2 a week for 20 weeks, and then I'd have my camera. I almost made it, too. But then a couple of times I slipped and didn't save my $2 that week. But I finally made it, and now...
Oh, it looks like a good idea. What's this one here?
Well, that's for the tripod I want. I'm doing better on this graph. It's a lot easier now that I've done it once.
Yes, Ralph has a budget and a method of saving that shows results. If Jack were as determined to get a camera, if all of us were as determined to save for things we want, perhaps we could budget successfully and get some of them.
And then that luncheonette would go out of
What
business.
about it?
That's
Is it
what
easy to
you
make a
get for
budget
being
work?
thrifty.
Jack will have to prove that to himself. And
And I doubt if
his
he's going to
taste
do
is
that.
always as rich as it is this afternoon, it may not be easy. How do you make a budget?
No, let me get another
Is
one
just
of
a graph
these.
enough? A few days ago, Jack saw an example of a budget. The budget his family
Oh,
uses.
wow.
Out of its total weekly
The
income,
kid is eating
Jack's
in
family
every
allows so
scene.
much for food, household,
$18 for food?
clothing.
What are you
Each
kidding?
part of their regular expenses is allowed for in the budget. And they try to make
Family
their expenses
welfare,
regular,
$5. That
so as
seems
to follow the
pretty
budget
high.
as closely as possible. Yes, even Jack's allowance for his work around the house is part of the family budget. And
Mhm.
there's a provision for savings, even with all those other expenses. So the family has a budget which allows for savings. Are budgets just for parents?
No,
Can
they're
Jack
for
do any
little
saving out
slobs
of
like
his
you,
income?
too.
Well, let's see. Let's take a look at it. There's that work-at-home allowance of $2 a week. And Jack earns $6 a week working part-time in the library. Now,
Wow,
combine
what if
these
I
two,
added those
and
two
we have Jack's
together?
total income, $8 a week, for Jack's expenses and what he can save.
And then I spend
Let's see.
$10 on
Regular, predictable
Sundays.
expenses like
This budget is
lunch
not
money,
working out.
car fare, and then the expenses that aren't quite so easy to predict. Personal expenses, after-school snacks. No, let's try to hold that down to 50 cents and save more. Then school
Being
supplies
pretty hard on me here.
and entertainment.
Oh, well, we can
movies,
cut
and
out
dates.
school supplies.
There. Does that handle Jack's expenses? Look, there's $3 left for savings.
Whoa!
That's more than Jack expected. What did he do with all that money before? There's
I
one type
ate
of
it.
thing that ate up his cash. If he'd do without extravagances, he could save every week. But he'll have to watch things, keep records of expenditures.
Stop tipping. And get out of the restaurant if you're not going to
He'd
buy
better write down
anything.
a list of expenses to watch. Too many movies, too much candy,
Says Duck said, wait, go back. You lost me.
and maybe Jack can try Ralph's idea of a graph.
Oh, a graph. Where do I buy those? Wow. My graph is even bigger than Jack's graph.
When you save for a specific goal or purpose, it's easier to stick to the budget if you have a visual reminder. $3
Oh,
a
that's
week
good.
for
That's
14
good.
weeks will do the trick. Jack got underway in fine style. The fourth week, this caught Jack's eye. $1,
Oh,
That'll
I
knock a
guess.
hole in the budget.
No, my
Maybe not
camera's
save
going to
so
have
much
to
this
wait.
week. No. Want that camera. Budget's awful
Wait a
low
minute.
for this
Maybe
sort
I'll
of
take a book
expense.
out of the library and sell it.
Why, Jack's budget does allow for it. Entertainment, that's right.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Just don't go to any movies this week. But that show at the Strand. Wanted to see that. And it won't be on next week. Can't go to both that and the class mixer.
I could sneak into the theater.
More fun at the mixer. That's what it'll be.
Rufus said, how much can I get if I sell my blood?
Well, you can't have everything you want. And Jack wants a camera.
Peach soup. No, a Coke, please.
Oh, just have a glass of water.
Oh, you must be on a budget. How's it
And a
working
picture
out?
of a
Pretty
peach
well, I
sundae.
guess, but it's hard sometimes. Oh, boy, I sure would like a peach super delight right now.
Well, Jack, you can't stick to your budget all of the time.
No, Jack doesn't have to follow his budget. But he has made his own rules to save for a camera.
And at this rate, he'll have it by the time he's 35.
As long as he follows those rules and chooses to save, he'll find that the pennies certainly add up at the end of the week.
And now,
all
if I
choices are
only
so
had
easily
some
made.
film.
That'll be some football game, and Jack wants to go. Who wouldn't? Well,
Me,
where could
everybody
this
in
fit
the
into
chat
budget?
room. None of us want to go. Let's see.
Perhaps the money for entertainment and... No, he's already used that for
Not
Dad's birthday
enough.
next week.
Schools.
It's either no
I guess
savings
lunch
this
is going to
week
go
or
next.
No game. So,
By the time
Go
he
to the
saves
game
up
and
enough
not
money,
save
he'll
anything
buy a
this week.
digital camera,
he's setting
says
his camera
Doc.
back 1 week. Jack decides the game is worth postponing the camera for 1 week. He notes the expense in his little book. But that pen, the one he's had so long, has to break now.
Oh,
Have to buy a new
no,
one.
there's no room in
See,
the
this
budget for
budget
that.
figure is
I
no
can't
good.
write.
Jack doesn't see how anybody makes it work. But by the time he gets home, Jack has thought it out. And he knows that when you want something hard enough, you can find ways to save for it. One way to keep the budget going is to make things do. Jack knows how to fix that leaky pen with a little cement.
I'll place a bet on the game. Buy the camera from the Five-Finger Discount
Not as good as
Store,
new,
says
It'll
Loquacious.
hold for a while.
Oh,
So Jack goes on, trying to stick to his revised schedule.
and he's sticking
weeks
to
later,
it with his pen, which
his
is stuck
repair
to his
job gets
finger.
He just has to buy a
He
new
just
pen.
needs
This one, which
investors,
fits
says
within his
Twisted
50-cent
Mister.
school supplies budget, is not a good buy at any price. But to pay
The
for this one,
Powerball lottery will
he'd
fix
have to take
this.
some out of his savings.
There
He
you
knows,
go.
however, that buying
He
cheap,
finally can
unsatisfactory
forge his
products is
father's
never
signature.
thrifty. So,
Now, just to get a
even
hold of
though
his
this pen will
checkbook.
make him draw money from his savings account, it is a better buy and a necessity.
I'm hocking my pen.
But Jack isn't going to let that setback stop him. He
No.
still wants that camera. By saying no to extravagance.
Saying
Finding
no
ways
to
of
going
entertainment that
class.
Don't cost money.
Saying no to eating dinner.
By fixing things and making them last. Jack keeps going toward that goal. Every
Wow.
week seems a little easier until finally Jack makes it. Right on schedule.
And the
Isn't that,
camera
honey?
he wants
It
is
was really
sold.
worth saving for.
Wow, look at this.
As Jack gets a better idea of what he can do, he reorganizes his figures to save better and spend better.
See, Dad, I'm going to buy the house and evict
making
you and
new
Mom.
How about you? How will you do it?
Is that a rhetorical question? Oh, wait a minute. He saved for a camera and he bought a watch? Shouldn't that have been a picture of a camera? All right. Anyway, we learned a lot, chat room. How many people here, raise your hands if you were inspired enough to make a graph? Okay, do I see any raised hands? How do you take a picture of a camera? Davey said, that was a plot twist. I guess he means to watch. That's very funny. Now he can sell the pictures of the babysitter and his dad. Yeah, you're right. I see a car in his future. He can make lots of money now. If that was a repeat, I don't remember this one at all. Okay, we're going to do we have plenty of time. So we'll do a couple of logo and then Charlie. Oh, I guess Charlie's not going to come down. Dennis has the flu. And so Dennis has been staying upstairs. He comes down for dinner. We don't sit at the same table. And I spray. I just came back from CVS where I bought 20 pairs of rubber gloves. I did not get my flu shot. 2 years ago, my flu shot, and I got very sick. But I'm not sure why, because someone in the chat room says the flu shot should not make you sick. Who got a flu shot, and did you get sick? Maybe it was just something else that happened to me. My arm was terribly sore, and 2 weeks out, Charlie, yeah. Who else has their flu shot? How many people got flu shots? And did anybody... No, I know the flu shot doesn't give you the flu, but isn't it supposed to... Locatia says it makes us sick, too. I got one, and I got sick. GizFiz says, don't do flu shots. Look, I stopped getting them. Becky got one and did not get sick.
I got one and did not get sick.
You got one? Okay. Danielle, I always get them, never got sick. Nancy never had one. Swampart got a flu shot, but now he has a sinus infection. Didn't get a shot. Haven't gotten sick. I never get flu shots, says Magoo. I got sick after the flu shot just once, not this year. Okay. Well, I guess we're almost at the end of flu season. I don't know. I'm spending the savings. I got sick thinking of getting a flu shot. They hurt when they're done wrong. Yeah, I had mine done in a CVS where I think one of the people in the store just holds a drape in front of you while someone else at the cash register jabs you in the arm. It's supposed to make you less sick if you get the flu. Oh, okay. I know that the flu vaccine originally was said to be only 12% effective. And then I saw on ABC News, they decided it was 10% effective, but they're still saying 10% is better than nothing. I got a fly shot. Oh, CBS 2 for total sloth. Okay. All right. Let us do, you know what? It's 20-9. We'll just do match games. Bum, bum. If we did this question, it would have been only on the nighttime version. And I hope Padres left the studio. At the Vatican, you know what? My guess is, what was the date on this? Like 45 years ago, we wouldn't have done this. At the Vatican, the Pope said to dumb Dora, "No, dear, kiss my ring, not my blank." At the Vatican, the Pope said to dumb Dora, "No, dear, kiss my ring, not my blank." All right. Not my foot, not my behind, not my cheek, not my assistant, not my padre, not my toes, not my thing, not my bling. Oh, finally, someone matched. Not my feet. Alex, you said at the Vatican, the Pope said to dumb Dora, "No, dear, Kiss my ring, not my blank. And you said, what the heck happened to my picture? Not my Rottweiler?
You ever see The Omen?
The
Rottweilers are the dogs in that movie.
Okay. I said my cap, but we will match that with hat. Pointy hat. Okay. Bum, bum, ba-dum. You know what, The Omen, I actually did see that. Because I wrote the satire, but I cannot remember what I called it.
They were these satanic terror dogs.
Oh, the Satanic Terror Dogs. I have their albums. They're quite good.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do with this. The lady at the dry cleaner looked at the cape, the leotards, the red boots, and said, "Are you blank?" The lady at the dry cleaners looked at the cape, the leotards, the red boots, and said, "Are you blank?" Okay, so this can go several directions. Looked at the leotard's red boots and said, "Are you..." Wait a second. I keep loving it when things pop up in front of my... Are you... The Omen? Are you Liberace? Are you Elton John? Are you out of your mind? Are you Superman, Super Mouse, Superhero, Wonder Woman, Bipolar, Captain Underpants, the President of the United States? Eric Duckman says, "What? No Trumps? Going flying? Paying cash or credit?" That's a funny answer. Okay, I said, lady to dry cleaner looked at the cape, the leotards, the red boots, and said, "Are you..." I wrote, "Are you trying to be Superman?" Alex, you wrote, "Are you Elvis?" Oh, Super Trump. Okay. "Are you ready to save 15% on car insurance?" That's what I like about the chat room. Most of you are out of your minds. Mary said to John, "I can tell by your breath you had blank for lunch." All right, this is what we call a tiebreaker. Oh my God. Okay, let me... a Rottweiler, a tuna hot dog, anchovies, liver and onions, fish, sardines, anise or anise, spiders and snakes, 3 martinis, anchovies, toothpaste, Betty, garlic flavored anchovies. Well, I'm trying to match here, so I got just a couple of matches. Alex, you said, Mary said to John, "I can tell by your breath you had blank for lunch." You said martinis. I said you had garlic, cigars, grubs, cat food, mince pie. Okay. All right. Oh, you know what? Dennis, if you happen to be watching, just open the door and let Charlie come in. He'll come running on over. If you're sleeping, then don't do that. This should give us a lot of fun answers. John, this is one of the early match game questions when we didn't have elaborate stories. John was a high school blank. John was a high school blank. It's almost impossible to match this chat room. Unlike the match game show. John was a high school blank. Geek, doofus, drop-in, arsonist, prom queen, math teacher, student, janitor, cheerleader, dropout, impersonator, clown, creep, money saver, burnout, circus clown, budgeteer, sex ed teacher, stalker. It boggles the mind, chat room. Oh my God. A high school suck up, high school bully, high school loser. Oh my gosh. All right. We're going to do it ahead of time. 1 second. Just stay, Charlie. 1 minute. Alex, you said John was a high school dunce. Okay, I said John was a high school dropout. Charlie, let me put the... Okay, Charlie Bear. Oh, no. Fans, Charlie. There you go. Fan, okay? Oh, boy. Oh. The bum. Get you on camera, Charlie. Okay, Charlie. Okay, very good. Charlie is so great. He really Oh, okay. Dogs don't get the flu, right? Okay, we'll do one. Where are we? 10-2. We'll do 2 more, and then I'll just take questions for a few minutes. My day is now complete. Put that surgical mask on that dog. Put a surgical mask on that dog, spray him with Lysol, and expose him to UV light. Charlie never looks at us. I guess avoiding eye contact is a good thing. That's so funny. Oh, well, Charlie was Dennis was home. Dennis, Vegas, CES is a killer. I walked, I think it was 16.6 miles. So you do all 3 days. I travel with a guy who finds stuff for gadgets for Fox News. And he likes to get up real early. And it's very, 160,000 people went this year. You can't move, you can't get a cab, it's just ridiculous. So by getting up early, you can get around town, and he acts as my chauffeur. He picks me up at the hotel. And so we usually meet at 8 in the morning or 8:30 and do the convention all day long. And then 2 nights there are those, one is called PepCom, one is called Showstoppers. They're each 4 hours long. They start at 6 or 7 and run till 10 or 11. And those are the best because PetCom is 200 companies in a huge ballroom, 200 tables arranged up and down in aisles. And at each table is usually an executive from the company or the product manager, a public relations person, and the product. And so instead of going through the convention center, which you could never do because it's miles long, you get to see 200 new gadgets. I pay for all that myself. Years ago, ABC used to send me, but that ended like 7 years ago. And you come home, you get home around 11 o'clock, and you unpack and go through all those press releases and throw out the ones that you don't want, and you do it 3 days in a row. So it is a killer. And Dennis isn't into tech at all, and so he tries. He doesn't like to go with me to any event because people figure, well, you're with the GizFiz, you must know everything. And any free samples? Yes, I have one free sample. Let me see if it's unplugged. I got one free sample, and it's called Complex Cube, if I'm reading this right. Okay, Complex Cube. You want to cut to a wide shot? So this little guy is one of those induction speakers. You put your phone on the top, and it makes it very loud, but it also has a built-in wireless phone charger. So it's USB powered. So you lay your phone on the top. You get fairly decent sound from your phone, and it's charging your phone at the same time. And they were handing those out. They're $29 online. They should have you on live with Kelly and Ryan. Years ago, I was on Good Morning America live from CES when Motorola introduced the StarTAC phone. Okay, and it was supposed to be announced at 10 o'clock. That was the when it was officially going to be announced, but ABC made a deal with Motorola that I could be the first to show it at 8 a.m. And they flew one to Charlie Gibson, I think, back then. And I was going to make the first public phone call with the StarTAC. And I was really nervous because I thought if I misdial this is going to be ridiculous. And what if Charlie's phone doesn't work? But fortunately, it worked. And the StarTAC was a big thing because it went from those big clunky phones to the StarTAC was really the first of the thin line clamshell phones. Sound quality was pretty good. It was a neat phone, the keyboard lit up and everything. Loke still has this. I still have my StarTAC somewhere sitting around. Anyway, so CES is a drag. The problem is every year I say I'm not going to go again, but in reality, you can find a lot of crap there. And I don't go to the upper floors. I'm not there when they introduced 900-inch 19K TVs and stuff. I'm just roaming around looking for the more offbeat, weird stuff. I got my first mobile phone 2 years ago, still using the same phone. Yeah, Dennis is that way. Only when I got a new Galaxy did I convince Dennis to take my old Galaxy and give up his clamshell. Happy birthday, Roberto. And the StarTAC, vintage StarTAC is $50 now. Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. I mean, the smartphone, I'm not a power user like probably most of you, but this year I was going to the airport. This is the weirdest thing. So in the press room, I go into United, print out my boarding pass. Here it get printed, take it out, look at the top of it, and it says Las Vegas, New York City, fine, fold in half. I get to the airport. I'm online for security, and I take my boarding pass out. It's not my boarding pass. I don't know who the person is. It was someone else in the press room who had printed out a boarding pass, and I go, oh, dear God. Well, I guess I'm going to have to get off the line and go back to, and then I go, wait a minute. I checked just in case I wanted it. When I printed my boarding, when I did it online, I just said, send a copy to my email and send a copy to my phone. And so the first time ever, I brought up the phone thing. Actually, I was online for the TSA. And I said to the woman, I have my boarding pass on my phone. She said, yeah, that's fine. Just hold it over that. And it clicked, lit up green. And then I thought, oh, great. I don't even have to have my boarding pass printed now at all. So then when I got to the gate, same thing, phone on the thing. And I had forgotten my United Club Pass. And in the United app, my Club Pass was there too. So I thought, well, I'm getting a little more into how great phones can be, because pretty much you can't leave anything behind. It's all on your phone. So just don't let your phone go dead. Anyway, all right. What kind of a boat? Oh, you know, is that the boat that I have on my drop cam? It's called a Farallon. It's a mom and pop, you buy one, we build it kind of boat. And it's built to work boat specs, which is why I'm not terribly worried when you go online and look at my boat and it's frozen solid in the Hudson River the way it was last week. Looking at some of the things. Yeah, okay. Oh, and then the other fun thing, in case you've never done this, it's a little unnerving, is those little safes that you put your phone in and charge it. I've always been leery to use one, but there was one in the press room, and I figured, well, probably no one here would steal my phone. But then I didn't realize you just don't stick it in there and hope for the best. Is you stick it in there, make up a code, and then it just says leave. And it said, come back before the press room closes. And then at the very bottom, it says, if you forgot your code, or if for some reason the door doesn't open and you cannot retrieve your phone, please call security. And they had the number. I do not play HQ. Are you playing HQ? Thank you, Danielle. Yeah, I love my boat. I love my boat. It's just really neat. All right, we'll do one match game question. We're going to end. This is one of the very first match game questions ever. Well, not one of the first. It's the 149th out of 40,000 questions I wrote. And this is what the original match game was when there were no blanks at all. And the question is, name something you can crack. Name something you can crack. All right, now I'm going to write my tech answer. All right. So now we should get a lot of matches, I think. Name something you can crack. Let's see if anybody. Knuckles, password. Oh, password's good. Code. The crack of dawn. Password, your head, Knuckles. Jimmy Corn. Oh, that's funny. Cryptocurrency, Mr. Peanut. iPhone face. Knuckles. Your Microsoft account. Your head. Leo's Bitcoin wallet. I got a couple matches. Windshield is good. Phone screen. All right, Alex, name something you can crack. And you said Padre butt. Oh, you should have been here, but would have worked well for the Pope question, Padre. The Pope said to Dumbledore,
Go home.
Kiss my ring, not my blank. Okay, I said something you can code. And we'll match password with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally come to the end of another GizFiz PM. Wow. GizFiz PM is, we're back to Thursdays. Okay, next few Thursdays, we'll be doing gadgets from CES, Chad and I, Thursday at a normal time, 4:30 West Coast, 7:30 East Coast. Match GizFiz PM is a mark.
Hold on, we're going to restart the tape here.
I was just going to say, that's a different theme. There we go, that. GizFiz PM is a Mark Goodson. That's the wrong theme. It's the right theme, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a Goodson, Bill Dodman, Dick DeBartolo, Dennis Wonderland, Alex Gumpel, Padre SJ, Charlie the Dog, Magoo, Ranger Rick, Wizard of Oz, Dale Paco, Weber Production. Brought to you by Turtle Wax. Remember, Turtle Wax is now good for dogs, reptiles, and even ducks. Till next week, this is Dick DeBartolo. Bye. Thanks, Jeff. See you next week, Alex.
See you next week, Dick. Thanks.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye, Padre.
Bye. Bye, Dickie D.
Go home.
Go home.
Okay. You're free. You're free.
Drive safely. All right, see you, Dick.